question is, did anyone else bring their Beyblades?
I actually brought this because I'm actually. Where were you at last week, Travis?
Oh my gosh, he's checking pupils and shit.
Oh my god. Oh, oh.
This is the start. Episode 4.
Let's go.
Going for 2 podcasts. Week 4, episode 4. We're on track, boys.
Let's go.
And I want to start it out with fuck TJ Hockenson. We'll get to that. Okay? That's going to be the title of this episode. I don't think I can put fuck in it, so I might have to just put screw or something like that. But yeah, we'll get into that. We got some people in the chat already. We got Yaivan. Yo, what's up, Yaivan? Buddha, what's up?
Like this
Your new marriage life. She's commenting on your new married life, D-Ram.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to be alone. I gotta have the door open.
Happy wife, happy life.
Ain't that the damn truth? Dude, I feel like every week we have to have a moment of silence for people who got hurt.
Facts.
Dude, I re-watched our podcast and I said, let's do a moment of silence, and I did not shut the fuck up.
Neither of us did.
I was like, what the fuck? How did I not shut the fuck up?
Bro, because I think this week we lost another 2 starting running backs.
Gone for good.
We have Cordell
next year.
Have Cordell Patterson out for at least 4 weeks. And
Williams.
Then Javonte Williams from the Broncos out a whole year.
Rip my player.
Broncos ACL.
Yeah, that's terrible. And it was like looseness in other parts too. But it's like every week, dude, it's like we're losing big people.
Yep. Big people.
Every week is a scramble also.
And I feel like running backs have always been weak anyways this year. This year, running backs are weak. And now we're losing them?
Yeah, I know. And every week it's like,
yo, Nuggets, what's up, bro? Hey, look at Travis. Travis, you got look at this fool repping. He's repping. Nugget Empire, let's do it. Look at that. But yeah, week 4. I would say we were a quarter away, but now there's 17 games?
Yeah, let me see how many weeks
in the season.
We have 13 weeks.
We only played 13 weeks. Championship game is 13th week?
No, we played 13 weeks regular season, 15 weeks with the 2 weeks of playoffs.
And the 2 weeks of playoffs.
So 13 regular season weeks. Well, so even for us, like when they add a game, we got added a game too. I added us a week.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I leave like the last 2 weeks, I leave them off because they bench so many players. It's like completely random.
Yeah, everything's fucking rest and recovery and
strategy.
We're fucking losing on purpose because we want the better draft pick, all that shit.
Or better seating. People are like trying to lose games to get a better seat. You're like, really, bro? Come on.
Yep. Shady stuff, man. Shady shit. But all right. Of course, we start out with our weekly recap. That's just us going over everything that's happened. We got 3 people on the pod today, so I'm gonna take. Well, me and Travis are gonna talk about ours, which I don't really want to do.
Should that go first or should that go last?
Fuck TJ Hockenson. That's the theme of this fucking episode. But no, let me start off. Let me start off with the Mendoza brothers.
Ooh, that's a big rivalry.
Yeah, that's a big one. Because we'll leave. Me and Travis will do ours last, and then we'll just counteract. You'll go next, D-Ram. And you can do your game or Atondo's game.
I'll do Atondo's. I'll leave mine second to last because it's quite a shocker.
Okay. So yeah, let me just bring this up really quickly. I'm gonna switch to pod screen as well. I'll go grab it right now.
Hey, your producer. Got you on check, bro.
I know, right? We're live already. She's just interrupting. I don't know what the hell.
She's used to you not starting 15 minutes late. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. She thought I was 15 minutes behind schedule, but I guess not this time. But Mendoza brothers, pretty shitty game. Sorry, guys. 68-66.
I feel like it's kind of underwhelming.
Another bat
Mendoza on both weeks, back-to-back weeks.
For Nick, Nick's team, dude. I rewatched episode 1 of the pod, and we said Nick had the best team,
Yeah.
and he's still 3-1. This is his first loss, but he's squeaking him out. He's 3-1, so you can't be mad when you look at the record. But back-to-back games under what 70
Yeah,
points?
back to back.
Back to back. So there's something wrong, and you can see we have Jonathan Taylor. That's a big dud. James Robinson, big dud for him. Kyler Murray pulled his own weight.
Yep.
But dude, he didn't switch out DeAndre Swift. You're not gonna win if you have someone starting at a 0, you
Yeah.
know. And his bench, when it comes to what ifs, you had some. Dobbins, he could have put in for Swift, which is a 0. That would have been plus 18. You know, so there was opportunities there. But it's just, I don't know. His team looks really, it's not banged up. It's just not performing,
Mm-hmm. It just,
you know?
it's teams that you started the preseason with, like high hopes on, like the Colts. You were like, man, Colts will be a top 10 team. And, you know, the Jackson was going to run a lot.
Right?
Trevor Lawrence is popping off. It's like, it's a bunch of teams that you're like, wow, I thought they were going to be good, but it's like a flip-flop season.
And that's the thing. Is it tough matchups that he had this week, or are the teams just underperforming now?
I honestly just think it's the teams. I don't even think it's just the
Yeah.
matchups.
I
Just
think
the
a lot
teams?
of teams have been underperforming this whole season so far.
Yeah, for sure. Like Jonathan Taylor, dude. Like there's no explanation for that. That's
I'm pretty
crazy.
sure he has like something wrong with his knee. I think I'm pretty sure. And because I was reading a thing about it, and I know it says ankle in his breakdown, but I think it actually has something to do with like a ligament in his knee
Yeah.
that is sore or something or stretched, and like he's gonna be lingering with it all season.
I really think that not necessarily the underperforming, but I think it's because so many players are hurt this season that it's really putting so much stress on a team, like in the end of it.
Yeah, because I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
Jonathan
for
Taylor's
sure.
overworked just because they have no receivers.
Yeah, a lot of game plans are getting thrown out the window because they thought they were gonna have a good receiving core or a good line, or dude, because there's a lot of linemen that have been gone for the year,
Yeah.
like a tackle, a guard,
Well,
and
look
when
at the
you lose
Rams.
that,
The
yeah,
Rams have one
Dude.
lineman from the Super Bowl winning team last
Yeah.
year. They only have
That's
one
crazy.
lineman left.
Well, I mean, even
you can't follow a game plan like
Nope.
that, you
well,
know.
look at the Dolphins. They were finally firing on almost all cylinders, and now Tua, they're telling him that he should retire because he's injured. It's so
Yeah,
bad that they're telling him he should retire.
His concussion is
I
scary.
think the
Yeah,
doctor last
so
week that ruined it for him. He should have
Yeah,
stopped this
he
game,
should have
but
stayed out. Yeah.
they pressured him, and he's a guy who wants to fight, and that's what happens.
yeah, he has no business playing this week at all.
No, not for the next
I don't
month.
care if he clears. And then maybe even the week after that. I don't care if you clear or what the hell you do. Just fucking sit it out.
Take
Yeah.
some time off because of it.
because
Yeah.
that hit.
And they started what 3-0.
Yeah.
So like fuck if you're 500 when he comes back, oh well, at least you have a quarterback that's not prone to concussions.
Yeah.
As
and it was
much, you know,
scary.
just give him
that
rest.
hit with the Bengals, his hands the way they locked up.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
was really
that's sure
really intense.
concussion.
Yeah, really, really, really bad. But yeah, and we look right over here. He had 2.4, and he still won.
Yep.
That's crazy. He still won the game, and it's just pretty much average people. He had a couple people in double digits compared to Nick only having Kyler Murray
And Tyreek Hill.
Kyler Murray, and that's it.
Yeah.
Tyreek. Oh, and Tyreek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
those
That's
are
more
the
than
two.
half his points, just those two people.
Yeah, he had too many people in the 2s and 3s and 2s and 3s.
I need to know how you feel about this, Zepeda. Do you think Anthony dropping his tight end was a disrespectful move, or do you think it was so then in case Todd Higbee didn't fumble, he didn't lose? Like
What do you mean?
because he was up 2 points, right?
Okay.
So before the end of the game, he moved his tight end to the bench.
Yo, I did not see that.
Is that
That is
disrespectful, or is it playing it safe because he already knows he's gonna win, and he don't want to fumble or something that takes away 2 points?
Yo, that's locking that shit in.
That's what it is.
That's locking it in, bro. Cause Cause you see on this fucking fantasy matchups, bro, no matter how much you're up, it's 99%
Because
and
you
it's
never know
1%.
what's gonna happen.
They never lock that shit up. I did not know he fucking did that. I just saw it right now. Like, what
He
the
put
fuck?
his-
No tight end? But it was because he was a late game.
Yup.
He was a Monday or fucking Sunday night. Oh, man.
That was the Monday
That's
night.
fucking
That was the
smart, bro.
Monday night game.
That's
He
fucking
took him
smart,
out so he wouldn't lose no points. He already knew he should win.
Dude, IQ over 200. What the fuck was that,
IQ
dude? That is
play.
smart.
That's some army shit.
Dude. Yeah,
Hey.
hey.
Army strong, baby.
Bro, they're like, all right. He's like, go out there and give me some points. He's like, no.
No.
It's okay.
Sit
Hey,
the
we
bench,
got this
bro.
one. Hey, bring him home safe.
Hey, you know what? Just, take this one off, bro. You're cool. Dude, that's smart. Because knowing his luck, the way he's
his whole season.
he's had some luck. Yeah, that that was the smartest play he could do.
Yeah.
That was really fucking
I
smart.
just didn't know if he was like, oh man, like should I just be? It's like when you say you race someone in your car. When you flash the hazards at the end, you're kind of like, I won, haha.
Yeah, but at that point, like,
It's so close.
it doesn't matter if you win by
Yeah.
if you win by 0.5 or if you win by 100. It doesn't matter. So he knew he was gonna get 100%. He was gonna win. So
That's a high IQ play.
I'm gonna have to start looking at that shit.
Yeah.
That was smart.
You want to move on to Atondo's and
Yeah,
brother?
go ahead. Yeah, you can take over. Yep.
All right, so with Atondo and Gabe, it's a high-scoring game. Like, other than other people, I think this is the second highest scoring game. Let me see real quick.
Compared to yours, no, third.
Well,
The BFF
Oh, yeah,
scored
yeah.
a shit
damn,
ton.
so everyone kind of popped off except for the one we just recapped.
I think so, yeah, because I got beat. We were in the 90s and 100s,
Yeah.
so
So looking
yeah,
at across,
the Mendozas were rough.
I'm pretty sure early on, Atondo had the lead because he started off Miles Sanders on Jacksonville, so he was up like 30 points before going into it. He's feeling pretty confident. So when it comes to quarterbacks, even though you see Matthew Stafford at 6 points, Josh Allen at 25, you weren't worried because that was a Monday night game and you're already up 20 points.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing the only thing scary for Atondo is that San Francisco defense scored a touchdown in the last 3 minutes of that whole game.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you're thinking you're riding high. You're like, hell yeah. Then the freaking defense gets plus 8 points in the last 3 minutes. And you're like, what the heck?
Quick. Yeah.
Austin Eckler, he finally had a pop-off game. He was pretty
28.9.
He was pretty mediocre until this game. Pretty average. I think it was like 10-point average. What was it? I'm pretty sure it was something like that. He was sitting at like a
Not
even that. Oh no.
10? Yeah,
it was like a
gracious.
8-point average probably.
Yeah,
But then
7, 9,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, so it's got to be like 7 to 8, somewhere right around 7.5 average. Then he hits it with a 29 performance.
Okay, but do you think he's back? Because he played Houston.
No.
They're 0-3-1
Against the
Exactly.
Houston
So
Chiefs, you look at this and you're like, wow, that's a good thing. He only had 60 yards rushing.
really, I didn't look into
And he
that.
had 40 yards receiving. So like he only did 10 points of work. The other points were
They just gave him
2
goal line shit.
goal line
Exactly.
touchdowns and 1 goal line reception for a touchdown. So
Fuck, that's crazy.
he's sitting on 18 points just scores from the 1 yard line.
And TDs, yeah. So he had a 10-point performance plus touchdowns.
Yeah. So you look at it and you're
Wow.
like, you're like, damn, he popped off. I should keep him. But it's like, really, he should only have 10 points.
Yeah.
Did he pop
Yeah.
off? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Tony Pollard, I don't think it's hard when it's a backup running back. You never know what's going to happen with any backup running back.
To me,
yeah.
to me though, they're just like giving Ezekiel Elliott too much time. I feel like Tony Pollard could be putting in work. Every time they give him the ball, he puts in work. But they're just relying too much on Ezekiel Elliott right now.
My thing is they kind of
Yeah.
have to for how much money they spent.
Sometimes you got to bite the
Yeah,
bullet, but I
yeah,
just think they don't want that negative, like, oh, Zeke got benched.
Or
like,
he's burnt out. Yeah.
because they want to use him, and I think Zeke's that kind of guy that will shut down if he's
Yeah.
benched. He'll be like, "Fuck
And
that! I'm not playing no more." Like,
But even if
you want to
in
bench
the end, if you're
me?
the owner, do you want because you paid a lot for him, or do you want someone that's going to put up yards
Here's the
and win
thing.
you the game?
Jerry Jones isn't a normal owner.
Yeah, you're right there.
Well, isn't he fucking
Yeah,
CEO
but he's
and all
like,
this other shit?
no, but
He's owner
his
and
tactics make no sense because he's like, oh yeah, there's no QB controversy. He's like, man, I don't know if I'd start Dak Prescott. Cooper Rush is 3-0. I'm like, you just said you don't want no controversy, but you're stirring the pot. I'm like, make up
yeah,
your
I'd stir the
mind.
pot too. That fool's 3-0, bro. I'd stir that
Like,
motherfucker. I'd be stirring that shit up, bro.
When you look at junior
I know
side,
Dak's gotta be
when you
scared.
look, yeah, he's like, hey, what job?
Yeah, he's like, oh, he a really good backup. Yeah, Cooper Rush, he a real good backup.
oh, what? You think he's a start? Oh, no, he's a backup guy.
Yeah, he a real good backup.
When you look at junior side, with his, because he has really good receivers, he has like 5 of the top 10 receivers. He's really stacked on receivers. But his running backs are so weak, and I think it's finally catching up to him. Like he has Raheem Mostert, who you think's going to do good because Tua's out, but then they just, I don't know, neither one of the running backs have really proven themselves, him or Chase Edmonds. They're kind of mid every week. Travis.
Yeah, there's no one wants to take the job.
Yeah, it's like
it
no one
seems
wants
like.
to, like they try hard, but no one really wants to
Well, I
give
feel
it to
like
him.
they really didn't practice. Like they didn't need to practice a running game because they have Tyreek Hill and Waddle. They do a lot for the team, so I think they're really heavy on receivers. So that's why they don't try to run it as much.
And a lot of the stuff is like yards after catch.
Yeah.
Like if you really watch it, Tua just dumps it off, and the rest is just Tyreek and Waddle.
Yeah.
So even like Tua's stat line when like last week we had like 469 yards, I bet you like 150 of those or more were yards after catch.
Yeah, for sure. Zeke, I mean, fucking Tyreek is just crazy explosive. So he's catching it. He's going for 15 at least. It seems like.
Yeah, and then
if you catch him in stride.
Other than that, it was like Deebo Samuel finally showed up, 20-point game. Like you finally see him like take that lead role. Cooper Kupp still did 13. He did 122 yards, but he couldn't get that touchdown. That's what hurt Cooper Kupp. Devontae Adams, another 100-yard game. Which weird. Devontae Smith, he had like an absolute monster game last week. 1.7 points. You're like, what? And that like at least give me like 5.
Yeah.
George Kittle last week, he popped off. This week, 2.4. Mark Andrews, the number 1 tight end, 1.5 points. That's a dud.
And that's the thing. They started off. It was 20-0. Yeah. Baltimore. So there was offense there.
Hear a crazy
they
stat?
Just didn't give him the ball.
In both games they lost, they were in the lead until the last 14 seconds.
The Baltimore?
Yeah. In both games they lost, they were in the lead until the last 14 seconds.
They don't like 14. 14 is not a good number for them. Fuck that.
Terrible. Waddle.
That's crazy.
Performing, but we have to say that Tua got hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah. The wide receiver output was 100% dependent
on Tua.
On your quarterback one. It doesn't matter who it is. That's why everyone's so surprised about Cooper Rush, because you don't expect your fucking backup to come in and just light it up. There's no one who has that.
Usually the step down's massive. Like Patrick Mahomes backup. I don't know who it is. There's no way.
I couldn't name him.
There's no way he's pulling a Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen's backup.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he's pulling Josh Allen. Like
I don't know his name.
Who's the backup for Tom Brady? Don't even know. They ain't doing Tom Brady.
Yeah. And then now they're usually washed.
Yeah.
QBs. And that's the thing. Dallas didn't have that. Rush is not washed. He's young. Yeah. He's just like
he's doing. I mean,
I feel like
for a backup, he's doing pretty good.
Do you think it really?
He's doing
Rush,
great.
Though, that he's been in there since longer than like the offensive coordinator, where he knows the offense like that even better than him.
For sure, because he just knows the reps. He knows the book. He knows.
He's just there. He's in it.
He knows all the brain stuff. He just doesn't get the physical reps that Dak gets.
More behind him or in front of him when they all played together?
I don't know.
He might have been. I don't know. Oh, but back to we were coming off topic a little bit, but coming back to the game matchup. And second half of his team is like where it popped off. Miles Sanders, 30 points. You don't see that every day. His average before that, I think, was like, let's see. He had one 16-point game and then two that equaled 12 together. So you're looking at that and you're like, what in the heck? Then you come down to the benches. The only thing that really would have helped Junior, still in the one though, is Tom Brady. But with this breakdown, I have a juicy what if. Last week, Atondo sent a trade. This is my insider trading info that I for
Oh shit, let me hear it.
He sent a trade to G-Ram, Miles Sanders for Devontae Adams. So, hey, it didn't look good. You know, you wouldn't take it.
It wasn't pretty.
That's not a good trade for like G-Ram. I wouldn't think so. But if you would have went through that trade, he would have won easily. That's 30 points that Tono had flip-flopped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, if he would have took that trade, he would have won. Would it help in the long run? I don't know.
Yeah.
Short run, it would have worked.
Yeah, I just think he doesn't really have much to worry about because you got to think Mark Andrews is not going to have a back-to-back 1.5 point game.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne is a concern for sure. And then
Raheem. No one.
I guess, well, never mind. I think the only one he doesn't have to worry about is Andrews. But other than that, Miami's really dependent on who. Yeah, but Coop still had 13. You can't expect 20 plus. You know? I think that's okay.
He's doing pretty good. You can depend on him.
But I think Waddle is very, very dependent on who he has throwing him the ball.
That might hurt him depending on if it's still who's the backup. Teddy Bridgewater.
Waddle might go from fucking wide receiver 2
to a bench
because he has Cooper Kupp to a bench, possible flex depending on the matchup.
It's hard.
So yeah, because if you have fucking Tua in there, if you have Tua in there, there's a higher chance that you're starting him almost every week.
Because the thing is, like, you have Matthew Stafford with Cooper Kupp, you ain't worried. You have Devontae Adams with Derek Carr, that's still better than half the people in the league.
Yeah.
You're still not worried. And so it just comes down to really his running backs is like the only thing that really draws back on him. It's like you could possibly have two people with less than 5 points each every week.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, pretty tough there. I wouldn't say go to the waiver wire and go crazy, but you got to really look into your matchups and track Tua because that's going to really dictate your running back play and your wide receiver play for your team. So,
and I guess
then
we really have like this next game. You really want to see like if maybe they depend on the running backs more.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you change it and now you're like, all right, let's run pass instead?
Because at least when Teddy Bridgewater came in, they were already in a deficit, so you can't really run when you're already down.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So we'll wrap that one up. We're going to the BFF game, Zachary versus Buddha. We had 0-3. Buddha coming in against 1
and 2
Zach. And this one kind of flip-flopped, huh?
Yeah, multiple times.
At the beginning, I felt like the morning games were like, oh shit, Zach's gonna win. Like, damn, poor thing, Buddha's gonna be 0-4. Yeah. And then, dude, some shit popped off. Russell Wilson, they lost, but he still put up 30 points.
Yeah, and then
so that was a great afternoon play.
Clyde Edwards was the Sunday night game.
Sunday night game, getting 21 points. Exactly, they were not there at all. And then you look over here on Zach's side, and the only person that really, was not even a surprise, but late was Mahomes.
Yeah.
But you expect 30. You expect 25.
Yeah, you're kind of shooting for it.
30 from him. So, yeah.
You just don't expect that Mahomes is throwing to Clyde Edwards.
Exactly, yeah. You don't expect someone to be within 10 points of him. And it's one of those things that kind of sucks because the more they're up, the more they're running. So the more fucking reps that he's literally taking away from Mahomes, going straight to your fucking the other side of the team, you know? Yeah. It's funny. It's funny when there's matchups like that. You're like, fuck. we're up by too much, so now it's a run dominant game, and they have the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And all you gotta hope for is that running back to get hurt.
That's all you can do,
Like,
literally.
let it be like a MCL, or it don't have to be ACL. You know, I don't need him gone for the whole
A knee
season,
bruise.
but yeah, just
Hey,
twist
hey,
that ankle a
twist
little
it up a
bit or
little bit.
something. Yeah. Something. But yeah, those are the worst ones to watch for sure. Kicker came through 14 points.
That's big for a kicker.
That's a big one for the kicker. And then of course, this is what you drafted Justin Jefferson for, 22 points.
That was good.
Everett, great pickup, dude.
Ugh.
If I didn't have Travis Kelce, that would have been an easy.
Dude, I
pickup.
just dropped him like last week, I think.
You did, dude, and I don't know why. Dude,
I was pissed. I lost you. You got me 2 points. I was mad.
I'm sorry.
You did it. You
Heart
did this
attacks.
to me.
I'm sorry. I needed my first win, okay? And I know we're co-hosts and everything like that, but
I haven't won since.
it's only been 1 week.
Back-to-back losses.
Yeah. Oh well. You'll get over it. Yes, heart attacks, Buddha, for sure. I was watching that game and I was like, come on, we don't need any 0-3 or 0-4 teams in the league, you know? Like, let it be competitive. And now everyone's in the mix. Zach's 1-3. I'm 1-3. Buddha's 1-3. Like,
and all the undefeateds lost. Everyone lost. Everyone evened out. I was like, oh man, this league's gonna be crazy this year.
It is, dude. It is for sure.
There's no clear winner.
And the thing is you have 1 win and 1 loss, and you can literally shift from like last in the division to like I'm in the playoffs. Yeah. So it's interesting for sure.
I think like with that loss, Zach was like 3rd in our division. Now he's last in our division because like the way the points scored. Like that's crazy.
The way the points. Once you're tied, those points make all the difference.
The points for you.
So if you're just twist the knife a little bit. She did this with Tondo's quarterback. Let's ride. Picked his ass up off of waivers, and that fool dropped 30 points.
30 bomb.
30 bomb,
he didn't
bro.
do nothing for Tondo for 30. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, dude.
Hey, Buddha. And win, please.
Thank you. Right. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Well, both of them. I dropped Everett, and it boosted, and then Russell Wilson and it boosted. That's for pickups.
Great waiver wire pickups.
Yeah, that's 2 good ones.
Great. You getting 42 points off of 2 waiver wires?
That's good.
Can't
you cannot be mad at that.
Not at all. But yeah, other than that, we looked down. Zach had no what ifs. He had the Bucks D with -1 point.
Yeah, nothing would have saved him.
And then no one scored over 10 points on his bench. Akers, 1.3. Put him on waivers so I can pick his ass up. Just so he can sit my bench.
Dude, that guy is
oh my god. Can you like petition to put him on IR even though he's not hurt?
I mean, at this point.
Mental issues. Doesn't know how to run the football anymore.
Dude,
oh my
I don't get it, bro.
Dude.
He's young, he's explosive. He's a dud.
That is fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, just a dud.
God.
And then everything was okay for Zach. Kind of basic. You can't go crazy and be like, "Oh, that guy fucking choked for me," because they scored 124, 115.
Yeah, the only one who really let him down is Kyle Pitts.
But dude, he's been letting everyone down the whole season.
I think the only game he did good was last game, and it was like 12 points.
Last game, it was 8.7. Week 1, 1.9.
That's so
Week
much
2,
worse than I thought.
1.9. 8.7. So you've already been in a drought with this guy. And then he gives you 8.7 and you're like, yeah.
My time is
And then it goes right back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow, dude, I'm just overshooting everybody. I thought Kyle Pitts did better than that. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's like what's he ranked at? He's ranked 22nd in tight ends.
He got drafted high too.
Oh my lord, that's terrible.
So I was happy about that matchup. No winless teams in our league. Everyone's competitive going into week 5, so that's good. D-Ram, go ahead and take
All
over. Do your
right.
game.
That's what I want to know.
The moment you've all been waiting for. Let's
Ever
see.
since I lost to Zepeda, I got the Zepeda curse, where I face
Oh
back
my
to
god,
back top scores.
you got it bad.
No,
I'm barely looking at like the
oh my
stats.
god, bro! It's
Jeez.
like I can't ask my guys to do any better. Everyone did average or better.
Ah.
I'm like, oh, Joe Burrow beat Jalen Hurts. Let's go. I'm up. And then it's like, McCaffrey, 16. Hey, that's the best he's done all year. Let's go. Barkley, 16. I'm like, okay, great. Then I'm like, okay, DeAndre Swift's hurt. I'll pick up the backup. 25 points. Let's go. Let's go. And then Damian Pierce,
Damn, that's a great
Damian
pickup.
Pierce on my bench for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I drop him because he ain't done crap. 23 points. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
And that's garbage. That's garbage again.
Garbage at the end. He got,
Because they were up 2 touchdowns that whole game.
I think he got a
yeah, that was not
he got a
competitive.
75-yard touchdown. That's
Dude, that's 15 points,
dude,
like
that
right
is
there.
7
Oh
points
my
for
god.
yardage. 3 points extra because he ran over 50 yards. So that's 10 points plus a touchdown, which is 6. That's 16 points of him on one play.
Damn.
That is terrible. Then you go down the next line. Stephon Diggs, 6 points. That's underwhelming. But CeeDee Lamb, 15.7 points. And then I can't even feel bad because we're watching the game and I'm a Cowboys fan. And I'm like, let's go. And I'm like, no, stop, please. T. Higgins, he finally showed up for Cincinnati. 21 points. I'm like, okay, I'm watching it because Decaf went first. 16 points. I was like, hey, I can't be mad at 16. He gets 21 points. I'm like, oh, this guy's a one-upper right now. I'm like, oh, my tight end did 5 points. That's average. That's good. Boom, his tight end 10 points. I'm like, oh, you just keep doubling me, bro.
Right.
So then it comes down to it. I'm like, oh, this is actually a pretty close game. It's just,
this flex.
it's just, who did I have? I can't remember who. Oh, I had Jeff Wilson Jr. versus Mike Evans. I'm like, oh, we can keep it kind of simple. No, Mike Evans has a game of a lifetime, 23 points. I'm like, what the heck? Philly, 17 points? The only thing I wanted is my kicker by 2 points. My kicker and my QB.
Damn.
I couldn't even do a what if. All 3 of my running backs did better.
Your team played to the best of their abilities.
Yeah. I could have put in Dotson over Diggs, but that's only 4 points. Which I did at 133 to 152.
Yeah, he just had a really
yeah,
good,
you're still
really
getting
good week.
beat. Yeah, Ivan's over here in the chat twisting the knife saying, hey, this stream will be about Daniel losing to the players he dropped. Damn.
I'm like,
bro,
no.
He stuck it in, bro, and then he just twisted it.
Dude, I'm 0-3 on drops right now. Damian Pierce, that's an O for me. I did terrible. Who else did I drop on Buddha's team?
And that was a draft.
Yeah,
right?
these are all drafted people.
That was a drafted people.
Who did good on Buddha's Gerald Everett?
Everett.
And then there's one other one I dropped, and I was like, really, dude? There's no way. And it just sucks because like my bench, there's nothing I can do for my bench either. They all did good, and it just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I even said, remember I wanted to trade you with you for Pierce.
Oh yeah, I think he did, but I didn't do it.
And you dropped the Eagles. Damn, he knows your lineup better than you, dog. You dropped the Eagles.
You know what it was? Probably. I probably did. But oh yeah, because they were my starting defense.
Oh, shit.
I dropped them the week they were. Why did I drop them?
He's putting salt in the wound. Damn, you don't even know why you dropped them?
Because they only got 5 points against Detroit, so I was like, I'll just drop them, and then I'll do like pick matchups every week.
Yeah. But now Detroit's the #1 offense in the league.
Yeah, I'm like, the highest one. And you know what's crazy is the Rams are the lowest percentage on big plays, bro. They're ranked 32.
Oh shit!
And that team's stacked, and you're ranked 32.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, so you're right. The Philly, I did drop Philly, so that's 2 in just this one matchup.
Wow.
Yeah, I gotta do emote where my head's on fire because it's just triggering.
Yeah, you're the little fucking fire guy from
Inside Out. Yeah, dude.
Inside Out.
I'm like, yo.
Oh my god.
And I was like, the guy who has the highest point total this season so far, 152, I face. Any other person in the league, I beat this week.
Yeah.
Buddha's 124. That's the next
That's
highest
true.
one. I would have beat anybody else. But the one guy who gets 152, I'm facing. That's rough. Hey, can I get a little violin in the chat?
I know. I need a little violin soundboard
The
for you.
world's smallest violin.
The world's smallest. Oh my gosh.
But it's okay.
All
it's
right.
okay because my brother avenged me.
You're welcome, buddy.
Oh my gosh. Hey, you can't be bringing in family to this shit, bro. All right, let's jump into that. Fuck TJ Hockenson. Go ahead and start, Travis.
Honestly, he's really what pulled this whole team together this week. And it's funny because so far this season, the highest he put up, 7 points. He's had a monster game this week, so he literally pulls together for me.
Oh, because I had this for Zepeda. Bonk, 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 bonk.
Oh my god.
The funny part is, bro, I took out Rashad Penny because this whole season, he's been doing whatever for me. His highest game, 6.9 points. I said, all right, you know what? He's going to let me down one more time. I'm just going to put him on the bench. Bro, he got almost 30 points from the bench. I said, oh my gosh.
Here's the thing.
Dude.
Zepeda,
go ahead.
How are you feeling? Because at halftime, Lamar Jackson had 14 points.
I felt okay.
So
I was like, cool. He's going to go off for at least another 14. He'll sit at 30.
It's going to be a 30 bomb.
The fact that no offense fucking came out of him in the second half was fucking depressing, dude. I was like, what the hell?
I'm nervous because this whole NFL season so far, he's been putting up at least almost 30 points. Is like his minimum. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, I'm going downhill from here.
And the crazy thing is, halftime it was 3-20. And they lost 23-20. Yo.
Dude. Bad.
Marcus Peters fighting the coach.
Dude, I watched that Hockenson game. He was the only motherfucker catching anything on that team.
That just happened to be his game. I'm so happy about it.
Here's the thing, though.
But like double, triple team, something, dude. Every play, Hockenson.
He had 12
and I had to watch
for a freaking tight end. That's a lot.
Yeah,
bro. I want to say at least 8 or 9 of those were like in the second half.
Yeah.
Because it was just so bad. When I was watching, I felt like they passed it to him every play on the drive.
It's like, dude, you're watching the game. You're like, this is on purpose, bro.
They know I got him in fantasy.
Oh my gosh.
Quick pause for chat. Tacos. Okay, tacos. I am in the streaming league with people that I know from the community, and I played tacos this week. Let me just slide over really quickly, just because I have multiple leagues, and I had to do them dirty. I put up 128 points. Bad, dude. I had Rashad Penny. He played for me. I had Jared Goff. Went off for me. I had Jefferson. Went off for me, dude.
Damn, what a...
Fuck, dude. This league is crazy. Carlson, 14 points as a kicker. Dallas, 11 on defense. It didn't even matter that Javonte Williams blew out his knee, dude, because I was already up. I won by 50.
Who's Taco's team?
Let's see. Tacos.
You can do. I think you can do scoreboard and then just go week 4 matchup.
Yeah, I just need to. Okay, scoreboard's up here. Yeah, scoreboard week 4. So let's see. Did he have underperformers or did some more underperformers? Josh Allen was good, 23 points. Fournette, 11. You can't ask for more than that. Gibson didn't show up with only 6. Pittman, 3. Waddle, 3. So that's that Tua.
Yeah.
Connected to Tua right there. Higbee was only 7. Connor, 7. So those are average, I would say.
Nothing too actual bad.
Dude, it was just Golf, Penny, Jefferson. Yeah. And then you have my defense and my kicker in double digits.
Yeah, that's big. That's massive.
It was just tough. Yeah, I was semi-happy because I won in one league.
Damn, hey, here's the thing. As a Raiders fan, bro, you benched Josh Jacobs twice this week.
Yes, because
Wow.
Denver is the number 3 defense against the
Dude,
run.
whatever they're feeding Josh Jacobs, hey, give it to
I don't
whatever
know.
crack they were
Keep giving
him,
it to him.
look it up, bro.
Dude, I already said it. That was the last time I'll ever bench him. He's going to start in my flex or in a starting spot
Wait,
for the rest
I
of the
don't
year.
care if he gets 4 points. I do not care. This will never happen again.
I don't care if his legs are blown out. As long as he's suiting up.
He's in there.
Dude, so bad. So let's go back. I had to just...
that Denver would have lost if they didn't lose Williams? Or do you think that he have a bigger game?
No, because they had Melvin Gordon. I know Melvin Gordon did strip. He fumbled for a touchdown.
That sucks.
So that's really bad. He's fumbled 4 times in the last 4 games.
Yep.
So that's bad. But of course it would have been closer. But I don't think he was making much of a presence because I don't remember when he got hurt.
I don't even remember.
But he only had 20 yards.
Yeah.
So there wasn't much there. Our defense played, our line played a lot better than they should have. So yeah, I don't think. Let me see. He's on your team. He had 10 carries already and 28 yards.
That's bad. 2.8
real
rushing
low.
average. That's terrible.
2.8 rushing average before the injuries. And his 1 reception was for -1 yards. So he was not really
doing that much.
Doing much.
As a Broncos, I'm not a Broncos fan, but like if I was a Broncos fan, I'd be kind of underwhelmed by your team this year. Because I mean, all offseason it was how hype. It's like they were just a QB away from a Super Bowl team.
Oh yeah, everyone said that AFC West was going to be the toughest division because Russ is now going to take the Broncos to the Super Bowl, and yeah, I think the whole division is underwhelming a little bit. Of course, Kansas City's Kansas City, but you can tell they're missing wide receivers.
Yep.
San Diego gets fucking hurt after week 1. Always.
And then week 1,
everyone has a fucking question mark by their name, dude. Bro. Always, dude. Always. I don't know what they and then the Raiders are on. The Raiders, you can have all these offensive weapons, but if your fucking defense is 32nd or like,
yeah, they're pretty low. They're like the low 10,
bottom 5 for sure. You can't make up for that.
What are you doing?
Can't. It just doesn't make sense.
Even if you sputter once on offense, you're never catching back up.
Exactly. And you got to play Kansas City twice. You got to play Chargers twice. Denver. Those are close games, yeah. And Denver, yeah. On paper, Denver was supposed to be like, all right, they just went up on the Raiders, you know, and the Raiders made the playoffs, so it was a lot of disrespect.
Yeah.
Considering that the Raiders went to last in the division after they kept the Chargers out of the playoffs. Yeah. But all these offseason moves were just like, well, fuck the Raiders, you know, so I don't know. We've been playing competitive. We lost to the Chargers by 5.
Yeah. Every week it's competitive.
To start the season, so I think we're just having some growing pains right now, having everybody mesh well together, but with going back to Javonte Williams, I think we still would have won. He wasn't giving that much of an impact. But poor guy, man. Just got to think about next year now. That's tough. But yeah, let's keep going because
I think we have week.
Fuck TJ Hockenson.
Dude, because if Travis didn't start that guy, it's 70 points.
Yeah.
Dude. And the fact is he was already having a good game, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, damn, Hockenson went well. Yeah, I'm like, okay. And then it's like 22 points, 24 points, 28 points, 30 points. I'm like, motherfuckers got to stop. How much time is left in this game?
Enough.
Like,
that's enough slices.
I wasn't even watching the game, but I just kept getting notification. Hockenson in the red zone. Touchdown Hockenson. I was like, let's go.
Oh, my
Yeah, I'm like sitting next to him at my dad's house. He's like, what the? TJ Hawkins in the red zone again?
I was like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
Fucking game is 48-45. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. A crazy shootout.
Who really let me down?
Yes.
Amari Cooper.
The Raiders defense does ruin it. We need to tighten up. Okay, Amari Cooper.
Less than
the
a
last
point.
2 games, he had 17 points each game.
Shit.
Less than a point. He had 9 yards or something like that receiving.
He was projected for 9.0 and he got
0.09.
0.9.
targeted
Oh my
4 times,
god.
and he had 9 yards.
That's tough. Jeez. Against Atlanta, their defense isn't even
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
That's
saying. That's
tough.
rough. That's the
really
matchup
bad,
you
yeah.
want too.
Yep, you're like, yeah, cool. Cooper's gonna go over his projection.
Hey, Atlanta's deep.
He's playing Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least a
Fuck.
point. Come on. 0.9.
Yeah, at least a point.
Bro, I feel like I can go out there and get a point, bro. Hey, just turn around. That's all I need.
Whoa. Don't go that far, buddy. Maybe on one of those lineman touchdown plays or something.
I was talking about the VR football.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was gonna say, we know what
okay, yeah.
happened last time you went out for a pass, buddy. What happened to your knee?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Hey, if anyone can say it, it's
Here's the thing.
family, okay?
You
So
look like
he's got it right.
Williams out there.
Here's the thing. At least I played.
Hey, bench warmer, left side.
Ooh.
Hey, I had that covered.
Hey, thanks for keeping the benches warm.
Someone's got to do it.
Oh wow.
What are our Super Bowl projections now?
For
Now that we've seen 4 weeks of NFL
Dude.
action,
there's no clear winner.
I think Buffalo's still there.
Buffalo's still good.
It looked shaky now. It's more
But they're
shaky than it
injured.
was in week 1. Okay, yeah, Gabe
And
Davis and all
when you
that.
go to the playoffs, you need a strong running game to control the game,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So do you think Kansas City's there now?
He
Clyde Edwards looks
looks
good.
good.
They're number 1 on the power rankings on some power rankings.
Mm.
Mahomes is gonna make shit happen, and he has playoff experience.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I rank them
So-
differently. I think Buffalo's defense is good, but Kansas City defense is the number 1 running defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think the big problem they figured out last year was people were trying to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands,
Mhm.
and you
To try and run the clock out.
yeah, to like so he could control the time, right? So
Yeah.
Kansas City says we'll just get the beefiest interior linemen, so people can't run over us, and then we'll just let Mahomes do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Atondo just commented, didn't they lose 2 guys in the secondary though?
they did.
So yeah, their secondary is soft, and I think that's why Tom Brady was exposing them a little bit. Tom Brady still put up 31 points, but I get what you're saying. You're not able to bleed the
You can't
clock
bleed-
out against
here's the
Kansas
thing.
City anymore.
Even if they take the ball over the top, right? Let's say like they're throwing on you, whatever. You can do 10 pass plays in the same amount of and take less time than it takes to do 3 run plays.
Yeah,
Because
true.
you gotta run, you gotta freaking
Set
can
up
slow
again.
down the time, you set it back up, you run again. I mean, you could take 2 or 3 minutes of time in 3 runs.
I just think it's harder to choreograph 10 pass plays that are gonna work.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's a lot harder
That's way harder than
to
stopping-
fucking have 10
Mhm.
different pass plays that are gonna keep
'Cause
working.
even if you run and
so-
you pick up 4 yards, it's like boom, 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards. That's 12 yards. That's the first down.
Well-
You stop.
Oh, was Atondo talking about the Bills?
Either I think they're both weak in secondary.
Bills
Yeah,
secondary,
they're both weak in secondary.
2 Pro Bowlers, safety and corner.
Well-
fit. Yeah, that's
Even if you don't get positive yards, you're just trying to round the time. A negative yard, you still have time. You have to set it up and everything. So no matter what, if you're
yeah.
running,
You
you're
get to run the
controlling it.
clock.
Yeah, but Buffalo's running game is weak. That's the weakest element.
Mhm.
Josh Allen, he's a freaking nature. But watching him freaking,
But other than those 2 teams, that's gonna be the AFC Championship game.
let's see. Let me think about it.
Do you see anyone breaking
I
that?
think no one's really. I mean, if the Ravens can get their
I
shit
don't-
together, maybe the Ravens, but they're so spotty. They're 0-5.
You can't get shut out in the second
Yeah,
half. That's
They're
tough.
0-5 at home games. Who loses? Who
Yeah.
can't win a home game? That's your home.
Yeah, right.
So like, if they can figure out their shit, they have a better chance.
And what about the NFC?
NFC, dude, that's even worse. I mean, the Eagles are 4-0, but have they really
Yeah.
played anyone that good?
Tondo said Chargers. I think that's just his pride
Okay.
I'm
coming
just
through.
saying, if Cooper Rush takes us
Oh.
to the playoffs,
Playoffs.
I might
I
be
don't
getting
wanna
a tattoo on my body that says Cooper
Wow.
Rush.
Who? Who's the starting quarterback for the Thanksgiving game for Dallas?
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
Here's what I want to talk about. Cooper Rush, he got probably the best 3 games he could start.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we got the Rams. We got the Eagles. We got at Minnesota. Then even if Dak comes back, these next 4 games, they're hard. They're not easy games.
So do you want Dak to come back for those and then lose them and then be like, get
Yeah.
Cooper back, get Cooper
No, I
back?
feel like this. If I'm Dak, I'm like, hey, I got flu, man. I can't play this next one. Let Cooper go. Let Cooper go 3-3. Put him back in.
I thought he was choking on something. What
Oh,
is-
my.
I didn't know that was a cough.
This one. Oh, my.
Oh,
See,
okay.
but the Rams, you guys were talking about how they're underperforming. Do you think they're going to underperform? Because I know Cooper Rush is going to play that game because Dak said he still has a lot of inflammation in his hand. So do you think hopefully they underperform in that game too? Put us at 4-0.
I think Dallas
Cooper
can
Rush,
beat the Rams.
playoffs.
Here's the thing. I think the Cowboys have a good chance.
I like the hand gestures. It added legitimacy.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Oh, no, not his catchphrase. Don't even get me started. The thing about the Cowboys is their defensive front is very strong. I think they're either first or second in stopping rushing touchdowns or touchdowns in general. Because I mean, Brady only got 1 touchdown. I don't think the Bengals might have got 1.
When do you guys play the Eagles?
2 weeks from now. The 14th or the 16th or whatever it is.
This week is the Rams. Next week's the Eagles. That's going to be the big deciding game.
Yeah.
And it's at Philly.
You guys get beat by more than 2 touchdowns.
It's over.
The Eagles are going
easily
to the ship.
I think Minnesota, once they get their shit together,
If it's competitive, okay, but
if Minnesota can get their shit together, they could be in the playoffs. If the Eagles keep doing Eagle things, they're in the playoffs. Green Bay, I don't know how Aaron Rodgers keeps doing it with absolutely no receivers. I don't know how he freaking does it.
I think they're gonna lose steam.
Bro.
And Tampa Bay's just hurt. The offensive line's terrible, and Brady's getting upset. Now Brady's going through a divorce.
I think that's really going to affect him. I'm not going to lie. I think that's really going to affect him in the long run.
Or is he going to be like that guy in the corner getting divorced? He's like...
Did you see that though? I saw a clip. It was him and Gronk laughing, and it says Brady and his divorce attorney splitting up Giselle's $150 million because she's worth more than him.
Dude, that's crazy.
So he's not losing money on this. Yeah, that's funny.
Honestly, if I was them, I'd just say, hey, I keep our shit, you keep your shit, everyone's happy. Because, I mean...
I don't know. Maybe he wants some of her shit.
Yeah, I think he's set. Either way, I think they're set.
I mean, they're both so rich, bro. You really can't ask for too much more.
What? Dude, I saw some shit, and it was like, man... He can never make women happy. She's mad he's got a job.
Here's the thing, though.
Because he doesn't want to retire.
He's like a legacy player. So, like, I don't know. Like, when he retires, is he really ever going to retire?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's never going to retire. He's going to have so many brand deals and everything. He's going to be set.
And that's the thing. I think one of the best things, though, is that he did do all his TB12 stuff. So he's not going to be one of those that have to chase the bag. And like, oh, CBS is offering me $200 million. Like, yeah, he's got his own shit, so he can focus on his own stuff and make his own schedule.
Fox or one of them already have a contract with him. Like when he retires, it's like $300 million for 3 years.
It's signed.
Like it's a done deal once he retires. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
But $100 million a year or some shit like that is crazy.
Yeah. Well, Tony Romo got paid well too, right?
My thing is hopefully don't end up like Brett Favre. Wow, sheesh, that's good. Oh God. Oh. Hey,
that's
keep
rough.
those Levi's.
I know. Gosh.
That thing is like he literally stole from the poor, bro. He's like the reverse Robin Hood.
Yeah, for real.
He stole from the poor and gave to the rich.
He built a stadium for his daughter's school, right?
Yeah, didn't even go there though.
Oh, I thought they went there.
No, it was like no. She goes there, but the money didn't go there. He took like $20 million.
Oh my
God.
That's crazy, bro.
Savage,
way to
bro.
fumble that bag.
All right, then that is it for the weekly recap. We got through everybody's game. Fuck TJ Hockenson, and that's it. We're gonna jump into waivers.
Oh, waivers for this week.
Waivers. So we're gonna just. Where is it
So
at?
when you go to
DRAM
the main one,
activity.
it's recent activity, and then you want to scroll
Recent
all the way to the
activity.
bottom to the first
Mhm.
October 5th, and that person had the first pick. So it was you at 1:03 a.m. because it auto picks for you.
No, it was Buddha.
What?
Buddha dropped.
No,
Added
it's
Derek
reversed.
Carr.
It's reversed.
What do you mean?
So even though she's first on the list, you have to scroll down because that's the newest one. You want to go to the oldest one, the October 5th.
The first one, because it goes October 1st, Saturday, and then the first one close to that would be Wednesday, October 5th, and that's at 1:03 a.m.
That was auto picks.
And that's Buddha.
No, it's you with the Josh Reynolds and the Colts defense.
No, mine shows Team Alvarado.
Buddha. Yeah, Buddha did Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins.
See, mine's different then. Mine says it's you with Josh Reynolds and the Colts D.
Oh wait.
And then it jumps October 1st to you for Taysom Hill and AJ Dillon?
No. So like let me see if I can show you on the thing.
Yeah, see, mine shows Wednesday, October 1st. Derek Carr picked up.
Oh, I can't have too much light on. But yeah, it basically.
Yeah, see, that's weird.
Then yours second.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Maybe it's because we're looking online and yours is not.
Maybe.
Yeah, I haven't seen the same thing you said, but either way, there's a lot of action.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could just talk to him in general and like what we think about him.
I don't think Buddha's was a big deal anyways. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr. I dropped Derek Carr because my Lamar Jackson bye week is when Derek Carr plays the Colts.
Yeah.
And I'm not confident in that, so I'd rather just pick someone up matchup wise.
I think Buddha's just playing
weekly picks.
Yeah, matchup QBs.
Yeah, matchup QBs for sure. Reynolds. Reynolds is just a safety net for me.
You got St. Brown?
Because I have St. Brown, and St. Brown is lingering with the injury. Reynolds is lingering with the injury, but one of them's got to play.
And the Colts drop.
One of them's got to tape that shit up and just get out there.
The Colts drop is not a big deal. They haven't really been playing well.
No, and I have Buffalo.
Yeah, so
the reason I picked up the Colts is because Buffalo was going against my quarterback, so I didn't want to handcuff myself like that.
And then,
so yeah, Colts were just a weekly kind of rental.
Next on my list, I have Atondo doing another QB trade. I have Atondo dropping Matthew Stafford and adding Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, man, can't this guy make up his mind?
Hey, so anyone in the chat, if you want to pick up Matthew Stafford, he's bound to pop off because Atondo dropped him.
Yeah, I think he's going for 30 plus.
Sheesh.
Oh,
actually,
man.
You know what? Take that back. No, the Cowboys defense is gonna tear him down. So yeah, that's wrong. Good thing. Good drop.
So Algier, Tyler, we skipped that one. It was just a waiver pickup for Ant. No, like trade.
Yeah, because he probably moved Cordell Patterson to the injured reserve, and was able to pick him up.
Yeah, the IR. And then we have Travis picking up Godwin.
Mm-hmm.
Good pickup. He's healthy, right?
I think he's still questionable, but yeah, he's coming off. He's gonna start playing. I think
he's gonna start playing, right? Okay, Pickens.
And here's the thing.
Is that you? Let's hear it.
I picked up Pickens because now that Pickett is the starting quarterback, him and Pickens have a little bit of chemistry already, and I think he's gonna dump off to him.
He's gonna be a safety.
Yeah, basically I picked him up
for
my bench rider. I think he's gonna be the pass down, like the check down guy. And
and then
I like when receivers play bully ball, and Pickens is the biggest bully in the receiver corps.
I'm the biggest bully in the room.
He's just picking on everybody. Did you watch any of the game?
I didn't catch any of it.
Play? Jacksonville. A Jacksonville defender came in. He went boom, body checked him. That was like, wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he plays rough, and Dotson got hurt. The Commanders are underperforming. I said I'd rather just take a safety net because I don't really need him, but it's a good maybe sleeper pick for the long run. Versus the Commanders who are underperforming.
Smart. Okay, we have some action from Ant. Drop Tua.
I mean, you have to at this
And
point.
he picked up Trevor Lawrence.
I think Trevor Lawrence is hot. Tua got hurt.
What, do you like his hair or what?
Hey, I mean,
Wow.
I'm not gonna judge you, bro.
Oh no, he did it.
I'm just saying.
All right,
Like-
he's playing very well.
They call him Sunshine or
Oh
what?
my
From-
God.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah,
Oh,
Sunshine,
boy,
that's what
okay,
they call him.
sorry.
Is that why you have a picture of him in your room? Wait, never. Oh, is that?
Right. We're gonna see one of his banners taken down. It's gonna be a full
Oh
name
my god,
poster.
that's not what I meant, bro.
Oh my god. All right, Tondo, some more defense action right here. Dropped the Giants, picked up the Jags. Maybe a matchup thing. I haven't looked into it, but I don't think you're keeping the Jags in the long run, right?
I mean, let me see what their points look like.
I don't
They're
know.
the
Maybe
fifth
they're
rank.
good
They're the
this year.
fifth ranked defense. They were
Okay.
at 5, 18 points, 8, and 6. But there, it is definitely matchup because the next two games, Houston, the Colts,
Ah,
and then the Giants,
yeah.
and then Denver. So you can kind of just sit them on the thing for 4 games.
Yeah, you can.
Those are not
Yeah, that's a smart pickup.
okay. Now everyone's gonna roast me.
Walk us through yours.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
is
walk
it,
us
is
through
it
yours
mine back to
because
back?
yes, that's
Okay.
this is a Chase
I
Edmonds.
literally thought Mike Boone was gonna get picked up. So like the first one, the Chase Edmonds one, that happened at 1 a.m. Like that's my auto one. So I already assumed that
Okay.
Mike Boone was gonna get picked up because Melvin Gordon fumbles every freaking game. I might as well get the guy behind him because they ain't gonna be long until he gets taken over. But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Latavius Murray, he got to Denver. I was like, maybe I'll get the guy after that one because someone's gonna pick him up. So when I woke up this morning to go to work, no one picked up Mike Boone. I was like, wait, what? I'm just gonna freaking take the person in front of him.
And did you see the coach came out and said that Melvin Gordon's gonna be the workhorse now?
Here's the thing. They say that he
But once
fumbles
he fumbles,
every game, dude.
okay, yeah,
There hasn't been a game yet he hasn't fumbled.
Butterfingers,
I'm like, dude, keep off the popcorn, bro. I don't know what your problem is, my dude.
right? It's the
So
popcorn.
that's
It's the
basically what
popcorn.
happened. Is I picked up Latavius Murray thinking
Okay.
someone's gonna pick him up. No one picked him up, so I said, I'll just take him.
Dude, doing moves at 4:20 in the
That's when I
morning.
wake up for work.
What are you a savage? bro?
That's the thing. I wake up, bro. I wake up at 4:15. So I wake up. This is
Pause.
the first.
Pause. You wake up at 4:15. Did you do this on the toilet?
No, I lay in bed for the first 5 minutes. Then I go take a shower and all that crap afterwards.
Okay.
So the bad part is I wake up, open my eyes. The first thing I do,
How?
oh man. Woo. Then I roll over, grab my phone, look at who picks up who. That's like the first thing I
Oh my
do.
god, bro.
Dude, look at 4:20, bro. I woke up at 4:15. So 5 minutes to wake up. This is literally the first thing I did.
Yeah. Jeez.
And then after that, who's that? Then double pick up by Buddha.
Buddha, yep. We have a drop of the Steelers, pick up for the Vikings. The Vikings were on the fucking waiver?
I guess, yeah.
I feel like they're matchup worthy.
Yeah, because they got Chicago.
they can play well.
They got Chicago.
Yeah.
They got Miami without Tua probably, and then Arizona.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad.
I think that's pretty decent. Yeah, and then we have Deontay Johnson,
Juju Smith-Schuster. How did he do?
Juju pickup. He's getting pretty good. What would you say? Fuck, what's it called? Like share
Yeah.
of the. Yeah, he's getting like 33% right now.
The
so
only thing with this
he's
matchup is
more of a weapon.
look at the Steelers' next two matchups, and it's Buffalo and Tampa Bay, then Miami, then Philly. So the next 4 matches, you're probably behind. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a smart move because you're probably gonna have.
You're thinking garbage.
I'm
points.
thinking garbage points. They're gonna be dumping off to him.
But you don't think that Kansas City's putting up 40 a week is gonna give Juju
Let me see what they play next.
some points?
My thing is if they have hard opponents. I mean, they do too. Shit, they got Las Vegas, Buffalo, San Francisco, Tennessee. So either way, I mean, yeah, you're right. Either way, it's a gamble. This one's like, which gamble
Yeah.
will pay off more?
And then what kind of history has Johnson had this year?
I mean, I mean, he's ranked higher than Juju. Juju's 55. Johnson's 48.
48. Okay. Uh-oh.
We're good.
Whoa. I'm like, he didn't like that.
There
He
we go.
just
There we
fucking
go.
threw
There we
his
go.
phone
yeah,
down.
I
I
Shit.
have
No, I'm
my
just kidding.
cord. My computer's all the way on the
Oh,
bottom,
okay.
so I have to run my cord up. So
Oh, okay.
So I mean, average Deontay Johnson 6 points, Juju Smith-Schuster 5.2. I mean, it's average.
Yeah. All right, then let's get into next week's matchup.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Week
What do you want to
5.
start with?
So let me start off. I'll do G-Ram.
Okay.
G-Ram and Mendoza. I don't know what Mendoza it is. Let me
That's
check.
Nick.
Week 5, it is Nick. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump into their matchup.
Both people who are leading your division.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I'm taking over this one because it is divisional. Mm-hmm. So if they could both lose, that would be awesome. But
no, they can't tie.
They can't. So
because it goes to bench points.
Right? Yeah. Does it go to bench points?
If you get it,
you did some shady shit like
that.
I
mean, what's the odds you get the same exact little points afterwards?
Commish, you bastard. All right, so it's gonna grade out because, I guess it's not started yet, but whatever. Projections: G-Ram coming in with 109. Better Mendoza only at 93. Just looking at it from here, they both have people that are Tua dependent on each side that are still in the starting spot. So I guess you can only expect the worst from those people. Worst case scenario. And then, of course, if you have something that works out, then great. But you can't expect, like, oh, yeah, Tyreek going to give me 20. There's no way.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't think like that. But it shows Waddle does have a question mark. So he is a possible sit. But yeah, other than that, these teams, it's been the story of the whole fucking season for G-Ram. Weak running backs. We got Mostert, we got Travis Etienne starting, and then Waddle's in the flex. So he doesn't even have another flex.
And which Jacksonville running back is going to do better? One of them has James Robinson, the other one has Travis Etienne Jr.
I think Robinson's getting more reps at the moment. And they're going against Houston.
They have a lot of people who are like going against each other.
If Jacksonville goes out to an early lead, Travis Etienne can get a lot of garbage points. So if it's a competitive game, I think Robinson does well. If it's not and it's a blowout on Jacksonville's side, Travis Etienne's gonna get a lot more reps.
It's kind of crazy because like when you look down, it's like there's a
crazy.
whole bunch of question marks.
There's a lot.
There's a lot on these sides. Cleveland's been okay, and he's got Chargers defense against Cleveland, and he has Kareem Hunt, so that's kind of handicapping himself. If Kareem Hunt goes off, that means the Chargers defense isn't gonna do well. So you're a little handcuffed there. I don't think Drake London's gonna do well. Did you see that Mariota only had 7 completed passes last week?
That's
7.
Crazy.
How the hell is Drake London supposed to do well if he's only 7 completed passes?
If he got 7 passes to himself, he still wouldn't be doing that well. Like if they're all to him, like I don't think they'd still be doing great.
That's a little low on volume side, so that's
a little sus, bro.
You look at the benches, you can tell why Nick's team is kind of weak. You got Taylor completely out. You got Swift questionable. You got Hunter Renfrow still dealing with concussion. Yep. And then he has Kenneth Walker.
But you can't have Miles Sanders
and Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, I think Jerry Jeudy might be a start.
Instead of who? Drake London, maybe?
Yeah, just dude. I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust Mariota. And they're going against Tampa. Yeah, and you think Mariota's going to light up Tampa's D?
No way.
So I think that's a matchup that's got to get switched out.
And I think Denver does better against the Colts.
Yeah, for sure, because Colts have not been a lock. And then Atondo said Bridgewater isn't that bad.
But they both.
Doesn't he have a history of concussions too?
Yes. But
I'll be damned if that fool gets knocked
both
out. That
teams
shit.
depend
Oh,
on
I'm
him.
sorry.
Yeah.
One's got Tyreek, one's got Waddle.
Exactly.
Like,
and
the
then
whole matchup's like that.
Aren't you gonna double team Tyreek with that safety over the top? So I think Waddle's gonna get more
But he has a
reps,
question mark.
but he has a question mark. So what is that? An ankle, a knee? I don't know.
Let's see.
But it's just a little iffy. I don't even trust
It
the
says
109 to
groin.
93. Oh, that's even worse.
Waddle is amongst 17 players listed on Dolphins injury report.
17. Sheesh.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
I honestly don't think that the Dolphins are gonna win that one. I think it's gonna be very hard for them.
Yeah, that's
Even
tough.
with Bridgewater, I don't even think they're gonna do that good.
And the Jets are surprising. The Jets are 2-2.
True.
All right, D-Ram. You want to save yours for last, right? So go ahead and do Ant and Buddha.
Ant and Buddha. You get into this one, projection wise, they're pretty even. When you look at receivers, you have both, I think, in my opinion, two great matchups. You got Trevor Lawrence against Houston, and you got Derek Carr against Kansas City. So we said Kansas City's one weak point is they like getting thrown over the top. Derek Carr's got receivers. He's got freaking
He's got the
Walker.
weapons, yeah.
He's got Adams. Maybe if Winfro comes back, Winfro. I mean, they got depth there. He likes to do little dump off passes to Josh Jacobs. Like, they're the receiving team.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is facing Houston. Everyone's been smashed on Houston. So
Yeah.
either one, they both say 20, but I think easily both people can go for 30. You have Clyde Edwards. He popped off last game. Can he do it again this game? It's a question mark. You got Delvin Cook.
That's tough. That's tough because if you look back, before Williams was hurt, he only had 2.8 yards a carry on 10 carries. I don't know. So yeah, that one's a little up in the air.
That's a question mark.
Cook,
he's been a performer. He's just kind of been weak lately. So I mean, even there, you're kind of like, is he really gonna give me 13? I mean, his average per week's 9. So is he really gonna give you 13? I'm not really sure.
He's touchdown dependent.
Stevenson, I think he had a bit. No, he's about an average guy. He's averaging about 9 points a game, kind of. So he's good, but he's going against Detroit, who was like in a shootout every week. Philly, 70 points.
Detroit, number 1 offense, 32nd defense.
Yeah, like I'm like, what the
I
heck?
think you have to play him. If you have a running back going against the 32nd defense,
you have to
start.
And the Patriots like to run.
It's a given.
They have a third string QB because Mike Jones got hurt. Brian Hoyer got hurt. It's like a third string QB.
Yeah.
It's like and he looks like the guy who would play Mac Jones in an old documentary.
Oh my God.
He's like, looks kind of like him, but it's like 2 shades different.
He's the Wish version of him.
It's like,
yeah,
there we go. Yeah.
And then you got Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb's a beast, and he's going against a weaker Chargers defense because of her injuries.
Yeah, they're really.
Yeah.
Joey Bosa out. Joey Bosa's on that one. He's out. There's a couple of the big people, like a linebacker, I think he's out, and then a couple people in the secondary are also out. So I think that 16 is a true 16. Jefferson.
I do think there's a gap in these wide receivers though.
Yeah.
Jefferson and Jamar Chase compared to Sutton and Kirk.
Mm-hmm. But
Kirk, it's tough because they have a really good matchup.
Are they going to get ahead early?
Yeah.
Let's say they go up 2 touchdowns for Kirk, and they're not to Kirk. I think it might be they just keep running it. Jacksonville does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He might even get the chance. Same thing with Denver. Sutton, he's there, but with Indy, it's like if they can get something set up, they might not be passing, dumping down to him every single time.
Is he wide receiver 1 or is it Jerry Jeudy?
They're kind of flip flop because it was like who else was on that team before they got hurt? Tim Patrick was on that team. There's a 4th guy. I forgot who else, but they've been kind of rotating because everyone's been dealing with something. It's like a groin
Okay.
or like an ankle, a hamstring. Everyone had something to do, so it's kind of been switching off. You never know who's gonna pop
Yeah.
off. On Justin Jefferson's side, it's like if Minnesota gets ahead early, are they just gonna run Delvin Cook? Because it's against Chicago.
Yeah, very dependent. I think Buddha has more talent,
Yeah.
but the matchups could favor Ant side for
I
sure.
think Jamar Chase is a good one because I think it's gonna be a shootout with Baltimore.
Yeah, because you could tell they can't play defense if they wanted to. So
I think both of their tight ends, Gerald Everett and Tyler Higbee, they're both dependent. Like their team depends on them. So I think those are still gonna be two good ones. I think it's really gonna come down to the flex plays. If Juju
and Ant has that fucking
Yeah, I
locked.
think Herbert's a way better flex than Juju.
An RB1 over Juju. I'd take that RB1 all day.
And I think Chicago, when you go to defenses, Chicago's a sleeper team. They've been kind of doing some different stuff. Like, wow, they've been scoring. Like, they did really good against the 49ers. And then you saw last week the 49ers tore up the Rams. So it's like, are the Bears really that bad or just lucky matchup because it was raining?
Yep.
The Jets, without Tua, I think it's going to be a lot more offensive time for the Jets versus Miami. So that's a hard one. It can go either way. And then I think with Buffalo, with the kickers, I think Buffalo is gonna handle Pittsburgh really well. So I think maybe Bass will only be kicking extra points.
Yeah, and he might be limited to 1 point scores as to where Carlson, he can give you some 40-yarders.
Yeah, because I don't know if Kansas City gives you that many opportunities in the red zone. You might be kicking a bunch.
And our Raiders red zone is very, very rough right now. They can't score in the red zone.
Anywhere from like the 37 on, I'm kicking a field goal to keep up with Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I think he might be the stud on the team.
Yeah, for sure. Just think he got 14 last week. So.
He's the number one kicker in the league. He had 9, 13, 10, 14. He's doing as good as some receivers are.
For sure.
Bench-wise, I mean, there's some wiggle room for Anthony, but again, all season Anthony's bench has been, you don't know who to start.
Yeah, no, it's tough because there's points there. You just don't know what weeks are gonna show up.
Yeah, like for Buddha, they already have Melvin Gordon. So it's like, do you start him because you know he's gonna be the starter? Is he gonna fumble? Is he gonna hurt you? Is he gonna fumble and then be taken out?
For Buddha, you can live and die by Denver.
Yeah.
If you go Russell Wilson and Melvin Gordon.
It's like, do you risk it? But it's like it's like I would hate that because they play Thursday night. They play tomorrow. So like half your team would be done by tomorrow.
I heard Claypool's a drop.
He's been kind of letting you down.
He's been really bad.
Between Pickens and Deontay Johnson. It's just interesting they dropped Deontay Johnson but kept Claypool.
Yeah.
I mean, Claypool, I think, was he's averaging 3.2 points a game.
Real low.
But I think it's the name that gets people.
Yeah.
And then same thing with Anthony. It's like, Tyler is going to be a starting running back for Atlanta, but do you start him? Are you confident? Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
Ezekiel Elliott's going to be the starter, but do you want to really start him against Aaron Donald and freaking Bobby Wagner and freaking who's the other one?
Pollard, his own teammate.
Yeah, his own teammate, or even what's that? There's another good defensive person on the Rams. I forgot who else, but it's like you really want to.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah, do you really want to go against them? That's like, ugh. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of question marks. It's like, who do you start, man?
For sure. Good matchups though.
That's
good
gonna
matchups.
be close. That's gonna be one to watch because it's like, is Buddha gonna come out on top again? Is Anthony gonna be a finally over 500 team? It's like, ugh.
Well, the world may never know.
So we did G-Ram and Nick, and then we did Buddha and Anthony. So you want to take on the other one?
It's Travis taking over his own matchup with Yavin.
Aaron, are you gonna redeem me 2 weeks in a row, Travis?
I think it's gonna be a really hard one, just because, look, Jalen Hurts is predicted.
Dude, does he play everybody that beats you right after?
I guess
that's what it looks like.
Damn. And isn't he little? Isn't he little brother?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I gotta go defend
I
Big
think-
Brother
I
because he
think-
shit the
didn't I
bed.
beat
Gotta
him?
do it.
Didn't I beat him though?
Damn.
Who's my schedule? No, I beat Buddha and I beat Anthony. So like really, even my 2-0 wins are kind of like I
Oh,
faced
my
two
God.
bad, like not top tier teams, and then I lost to
I think
and freaking
Ant was
Ivan.
0-2 and Buddha was 0-3.
Wow. Oh my god, this is terrible.
Man, you're so good. You're so good at fantasy.
I think Yvan's quarterback. I think Jalen Hurts gonna do really good, just because Arizona. Let's be real, they're not a top team no more. Kyler Murray, but I mean, like, I just think they kind of fell off. I think they did good. Brady did decent last year, but I think they're kind of falling off now.
And I think injuries hurt them.
Yeah,
D
true.
Hop out, AJ Green out.
On the offensive
Yeah,
side, big time.
It's a struggle.
So, where do you think, if you're gonna win this matchup, where do you think you're gonna win it, Travis?
I really need Rashad Penny to come in clutch again, but I think it's gonna be hard against the Saints.
I
Okay.
think Travis's knight in shining armor is AJ Brown. I think AJ Brown's gonna pop off again like he did in the other games because they're gonna need him to against Arizona.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
even then, look, Yvan's got the Eagles' defense against Arizona, and like you said, their offense they already got some hurt. I think they're gonna do real good. Because like in my other league, what got me last week, I lost by 1 point, all thanks to the 49ers picking up that touchdown in the end. Bro, it's just
Oh my God.
it's just I think they're gonna do really well. I think
And
he's got a good team this week.
Yvan kind of lives and dies by the Eagles. He got Jalen Hurts, Zach Ertz, and Philly's defense.
Zach Ertz is a Arizona.
But I meant like as in they kind of go against each other because Zach Ertz is going to go.
Oh, that matchup. Oh, okay, yeah, that game dictates a lot of
like
his
that
match,
one
yeah,
game is going to dictate like how that game goes.
for
'Cause,
sure.
I mean, Travis has Philly, and that's that he only has AJ Brown. That's it. So like that one game really depends, but a lot of it depends on that one game for Yvan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
At least half of his players.
And at that
almost.
point, what way does he want it to go? He wants it to go blow out Philly with some Zach Ertz garbage points?
I think
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards that. That's what I would want to
because he needs the Eagles defense to show up too.
I
And
would think
that's the
it'd all
hardest
be.
thing.
I think it would all be on the Philly. I think he just wants Philly to do good because Jalen Hurts and everyone can put up points, and you can still have the defense completely blow out Arizona.
Yeah, so he'll sacrifice Ertz coming up short for a good all around game from Philly. Yeah, I see it.
But it's like, can he really afford it if TJ goes off again like he did last week? Because I mean, New England's defense is good, or it's in the better half, so they're gonna keep dumping off to him. Can you really afford that? I think Travis's team can surprise you this week. It's a lot of surprising matchups.
But I feel like that's how it's been like this whole time. Like I think someone's gonna do bad. Like even in the beginning, I was switching out my bench for my main players, and then my bench would pop off. I'm like, all right, I'll switch out back again. Then my bench pops off again. I'm like, oh man, bro, it's just really hard because people are really having surprising weeks.
You have no running backs on the bench.
No, I don't.
And it's like, does he start Chris Godwin over Amari Cooper? Does he start Tyler Boyd? Because it might be a shootout with Baltimore.
I feel like it's gonna be hard for Amari Cooper because but the Chargers, like you said, Bosa's out, and they have a lot of players injured, but they're still doing pretty decent in their defense area. I feel like.
Yvan. Oh no! Oh, see, but Yvan's gonna have to make a roster move because Brian Robinson, is it Brian? I'm pretty sure it's Brian. Yeah, Brian Robinson. He's on IR, and this is his first game back. If he starts, it'll kick a random person off his bench and put Brian in because you can't have a working player in your IR spot.
So who does he drop?
That's what I'm saying. And who does he drop? And are we ready to pick it up?
Or McLaurin, the trade I made him. I'll take him back. I'll take him back.
I would almost drop Rodgers because Chris Olave pops off. I don't know.
You're not dropping Kamara.
No. I mean, if you want to trade him to me first, I'll trade you somebody we're just gonna drop.
the thing is, like Rodgers, you can drop him because I feel like, especially when
Dropping hurts. He said
Hey,
dropping
I'll pick him up
hurts.
too. I need to go against Zepeda's freaking Lamar Jackson.
well, when everyone starts going on bye weeks,
Oh.
though, I feel like you'll be able to pick up quarterbacks because, I mean,
Yeah.
most quarterbacks be putting up at least a decent amount of points, not like out there like Lamar and all them popping off, but they're gonna be putting up some points at least. You're not
We
gonna
haven't
be
even
struggling.
Yeah, you can get a quarterback that gives you
We
15.
haven't even talked about this yet, but we haven't even have to deal with bye weeks yet. Shit even gets
It's not till week 6.
shit even gets
I think.
crazier when you have to start dealing with bye weeks and picking and dropping people.
Especially when you have
Dude.
teams like how Yavin is, where he has multiple people on Philly, like
All on the
he's gonna have
same
to
bye
switch
week.
everything around.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
you only have so many
interesting.
slots
Yeah.
on your bench. Who are you gonna drop? Who are you gonna pick up?
We haven't even talked about
He
that yet.
loses defense, quarterback, and a fucking that's tough.
That's the
Ugh.
only bad part about stacking people on your team is that
Especially when they're on the
it
same
really
team.
hits later. It really hates later down the line.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like Buddha's team, half of them are freaking Broncos players.
Yeah.
So it's like
So we'll add that segment once the bye week start.
yeah, it's gonna be. That means our league's gonna get a lot more interesting. If we're dealing with this stuff now, before we even get there, it's gonna be wild to see what happens once we actually get there.
Yeah, because the commish made our benches short this year.
Hey, ain't
Tondo
no
said.
stacking every year. I did that last year too. The only time I didn't do it is
Damn.
when Anthony won.
Oh, no wonder he
Yeah.
won. No, I'm just
Did you-
kidding.
The first season I kept it like 7 on the bench, I think, but I dropped it down to 5, and then
I think it's just gonna be hard, bro. Throwing in bye weeks with the amount of players that are injured now, not to say who's gonna be injured then. I think it's really gonna throw something into the mix.
yep.
All right, D-Ram, take over for your matchup.
Oh, I got
Give
me
us-
and Zachary.
Let's hit the key points because he's 1-3.
I'm 2-2.
You're 2-2. He's projected 109. You're projected 105.
I mean, it
But
really comes down
where
to
do
who
you
plays better.
Where do you beat him? No, where do you beat him? Yeah, exactly.
It's like, can McCaffrey be better than Joe Mixon? Yeah. Is he going to be? It's a flip of a coin. Can Burrow match Patrick Mahomes because he's going against Baltimore? It's a flip of a coin. I think Williams is going to do good because it's against New England. But Leonard Fournette can go good because it's against Atlanta. So it's like every one of our matchups, it's flip a coin.
Mm-hmm. It's just how the day goes that day.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, and the projections are 52% to 48%.
that's what I'm saying. Either
So-
way, it's flip flop. I think either way, it's going to come down to what do we have? I think it's going to come down to his Patrick Mahomes Monday night. If I'm not up 30 points by Monday night, it's over.
Yeah, because the Raiders aren't going to stop him. And that game's a shootout if it's competitive.
So if quote me now, if I ain't up 32 points, it's over. Because he's dropping 35.
Okay.
If we
And that's the only Monday night. Fiasco
I'll
we
even
got.
I'll even do a still frame. So we're on TikTok and you're like, quote me now, and it's like you can do the clown noises. Because it's gonna come down to it. It's like I can't even start no one else because everyone's iffy.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably throw in. Man, I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to. Yeah, it's hard.
Well, Aaron Jones is RB1 now, right?
Aaron Jones, yeah, he's
think that's
RB1,
not-
but it's like, who do I put him over? All the other 3 guys have been outperforming him.
Yeah, I guess.
'Cause
I
Jeff-
just looked at you.
Yeah, Jeff
Yeah.
Wilson, he's been doing good in this list. I think he did 8-13, but he's going against Carolina, which is not that good of a defense. Because I would keep him in. Williams has had back-to-back games of 20 points. I can't take him out. He's on a hot streak. McCaffrey, he's projected 12, but he had 11.5 and 16.8. So I can't take him out. And then Aaron Jones, he's had 2.7 and 11. So it's rough to see Aaron Jones on the bench, but it's like in reality he should be kind of on the bench compared to my others. But he's got 3 good matchups coming up: the Giants, the Jets, Washington.
Yep.
So that's like, damn, son.
Yeah, I feel like that's a coin flip game. And they happen like that, where it's just like No one's got a big edge. No one's gonna blow this person out, and then you just got to see how the games go. So that'll be good that you have such a crucial player going against you on Monday night, because he's literally gonna live and die by that Monday night player.
And it kind of sucks because our matchup is the people with the 2 biggest lose streaks. I'm
And
the only person with
and
2 in a
tell me,
row, and Zach's the only one with 3 in a row.
and tell me, what number are you safe with going into Monday night? If you're up by 41 points, are you like, I'm not even gonna watch the game. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I mean, it'd have to be higher than 40. Like 40 to
Eh,
45, I'm still itchy. Like
Really?
30, I
Yeah.
think from like 30 points, I think it's an L.
You're sweating.
40,
Yeah.
I'm sweating. If I'm up 52, I mean,
Okay.
if
Okay.
it's at 30, I lost. 40, I'm iffy. 50, I won.
I just wanted to know the window because yeah, he's one of those quarterbacks that can do that. So
Yeah.
it's
He
fun
runs,
to
he
see
passes.
that.
It's like he's gonna do what he needs to get done.
He can get points wherever he needs to get points.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of a breakdown.
Exactly.
If I'm not up by Monday night, like if it's like I'm up by 10,
Yeah.
hey, just put me in the L column, bro.
Yeah. Right.
Anything less than 30, hey, it's over. Goodbye.
Just post your L emote in
Yeah. Except I'm gonna do a
fucking
crying one now.
snap. There we go.
Fantasy
All right.
broke
So it's last matchup is me 1-3 against Let's Ride
That's right.
Thanos over here. Atondo. It's 53% in my favor at a 109 projection compared to a 99.1 projection. Head to head, you don't know who's gonna pop off. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Jared Goff. They both had great games. Jared Goff is going into New England for this game though, so that's different.
Ooh.
That's Belichick.
Is-
It's a little different.
It's in where?
No, it's in New England.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to win,
but it's outdoor. It's Foxborough.
I think 20.
So that's gonna be a little different.
That's kind of giving it to him.
Yeah, you have Eckler. Is he gonna? Was last week a fluke?
I mean,
How is Cleveland on the defensive front?
is both of his matchups?
I
Are
don't
they
know.
flukes? Because Miles Sanders also had 30.
Yeah, Miles had 30. He's going against Arizona. I don't know about that.
You getting Alpha Squad or you getting Doo-Doo Squad?
Exactly. So he has a lot of flip of the coins too. His team is not made of all these guys who consistently give you 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14, and then boom, they gave you 26. Like, no, it's like they gave you shit or they give you they're boom or bust. That's it.
You're getting a pile of crap or you're getting a pile of gold.
Yeah, and that's iffy for me too, because if fucking Eckler's starting to heat up, then I'm fucked. Because Sanders, I think, is gonna get some reps. He's going against Arizona. I don't think he might not go for 30, but
they're gonna need him.
I would think 70 yards and a TD. That's 15 points.
Yeah.
If it's a blowout, add another touchdown to that. He's in the 20s, so that's tough. You go to my side. I already told you, I'm not benching Josh Jacobs anymore. So he did that to the number 3 defense against the run. I like the way he was integrated in the passing game, so that's why I'm not afraid to start him against Kansas City.
Damn, and you got to feel good about his next 5 matchups, bro. Kansas City,
my God.
Houston, New Orleans, Jacksonville, Colts.
Yes, he's gonna really form himself into a nice RB1.
Nice. That's a lockup.
Derrick Henry should be doing well against Washington. Washington's kind of falling apart. It
Up the
seems
struggle.
like they started off hot and now they're running out of gas and it's only week 5. Garrett Wilson's up in the air for me because Zach Wilson was like, eh. So I'm actually not gonna switch him out until I find out what Detroit wide receivers playing.
I mean, he got 4.1 points last week, only catching 2 of his 6 targets.
Yeah, but Zach Wilson came back, and you could tell he liked Davis a lot more.
I mean, he still got 6 targets though. with
He still got 6 targets, but do I think Jared Goff's gonna probably hit Reynolds or St. Brown a little more? Yes, because I don't think Bill Belichick's gonna go in there and shut him out.
no,
I don't think it's gonna be like New England wins 25
no,
nothing.
no way.
I just don't think it's a 45-point
Because
shootout
if
against like
Mitchell
Seattle.
Trubisky,
There's no way.
if Mitchell Trubisky can go in there and score points against them, Jared Goff's #1 offense should do better.
Yeah. So and they have to defend the run because that running back fucking plugged right into the system and got what 28 points
Yeah,
for you.
back to back, he's got 50 points in 2 games. One was like 28, I think one was 22.
Yeah. See. So, um, Connor is very interesting for me as well. Um, because he's been not showing up. He's going against Philly, but at that point, I have Gibson on a dying fucking Commanders team.
Well,
So do I play
well,
him?
and
Like
Michael
fuck.
Carter, who's like,
Carter,
what are you
dude,
gonna do?
they just said Brees Hall got more reps and he got more passing attempts and rushing attempts. So they're saying it's already turning into more of his team. So Michael Carter, I don't know, maybe I'll just try and deal someone. But
I think
yeah,
your
I'm
what
handcuffed
if's gonna
there.
come down to St. Brown over Brandon Cooks.
I feel like St. Brown, if he's coming back, I mean, he popped off a couple games, bro.
Yeah, but it's like Brandon Cooks is gonna be against Jacksonville, who's gonna be up on them. They're gonna throw to him.
True.
And that's the thing. Do I even switch that
I
out or is Brent is sorry, is St. Brown or Reynolds going into the flex?
Yeah, that's hard, bro.
Getting Connor out of there.
That's hard.
So yeah, it's a little tough.
I think you're gonna be. I
When I
think
go
your guys'
over,
matchup is gonna be a what if matchup because it's so many hit or
yeah,
missers.
and then we got some question marks on his side. Chicago's running back. But you can see he has Pollard here. I don't think he's playing Pollard though because of the Rams defense.
Well, last week he
Last
only
week
got
he did.
0.8.
Yeah, he started him last week too, didn't he?
Who
Yeah,
Pollard?
I'm pretty sure he started Pollard last week too.
Yeah, but you think he's starting him against the Rams?
I don't think so.
I mean, he started.
I don't think he's
That's
gonna do that good.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a tougher matchup, and I'd rather just leave what he has there. He does have Miles Sanders in that flex. Jacksonville's D against Houston, that could be really favorable.
Yeah,
Favorable. I hope the Bills go off against Pittsburgh and that new quarterback because they could really expose them
yep.
and get some defensive touchdowns, and that can maybe help.
Yeah, because they're definitely getting a pick or two. A new
Exactly,
QB
yeah.
in a system, they're gonna come off.
Did you see that? Did you see what his quarterback like completion rating
Well,
was?
what was it?
They were joking and saying that the new Pittsburgh quarterback was 100% completion rate.
Really? But
He was 7 for 7 with his team, and he was 3 for 3 with the defense. His his three other passes that weren't completions were interceptions.
wow, that's freaking funny, bro.
So they're like, well, he hasn't thrown it in completion necessarily.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, so yeah. I think maybe that might be like my
Saving grace.
saving grace. If Buffalo can put up like 15 to 20, that could really help if like Eckler goes off or Sanders goes off or something like that, you know?
You want
But yeah, another good
you
matchup.
want to go over the final projections and see if they still kind of seem true?
Yeah, let's take a glance at those. Where are those found at again?
It's just under my scoreboard. It's right next to where it says like week 5. You can go on the other side. It says final standing projections.
Oh, okay. You're in something else though. Hold on. I'm in Fantasy Cast. I need to be in Scoreboard.
I think so.
Scoreboard.
Does it say final standing projection?
No, it says projected playoff bracket.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Standings. Final standing projection.
Yeah, that's what you want. So
All right.
remember,
So
they do it
we have
every
some,
week.
Yeah, we have some movement here. The biggest one it shows Yivin from 9 to 1.
Yeah.
And I was 1 last last time. Remember?
Yeah.
And I went from 4 to 3.
Yep. Well,
The
it
biggest.
goes off draft days. The blank ones are like they thought on our draft night to what we're at now.
Okay, so 4. I've always been 4 from draft night.
Dang, I went down.
I know he won. What the hell?
It just depends. It just depends on like your team's ratios, like your averages.
Yeah. So yeah, some good movement. Biggest drop was Buddha.
Yeah, -5.
And the first win. You went from 0-3 to 1-3, and they drop you 5 spots. Jesus. You can't win. But yeah, trending up. Yeah, I even went up 8. You went up 3. Ant went up 3. Buddha went down 5.
You want to look at the standings real quick?
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at the standings
Because
and wrap it up.
Buddha is ranked 4th on mine with 1 win on my division, but they have 402 points scored against Anthony, who's 2-2 and only has 323 points.
Jeez. But that's the record right there.
And I feel
if the records become the same, then there's fluctuation.
And I feel bad for Buddha because Buddha's points against, like people who win against them, is only second to yours.
Dude, it's so sad because
like, look at
me.
You and Buddha have had like the people who went off against you guys. Like that's
481.
Like almost 500. Dude, you almost have. This is only through week 4. So you're telling me your average is like what? 100 and 120 on you every week. Every single week.
Yep.
That's rough, dude.
And I'm over here sitting in the West, 1-3 in last place.
Because if you got a win and you were like 2-2 with everyone else, you would be in almost second because your points are so high.
I'd be top of third. Yeah, I'd be the top tier third person. So that's tough.
You have the third highest points scored on the whole league, and you're sitting in last place. That's rough, dude. That's not a good season for you.
It's a good team.
Yeah, but it just sucks who you're matching up against every week.
Exactly. So that's why I'm hopeful. I'm not just like, fuck, I suck. Man, I should suck.
But it just proves to you that this league, anyone can win. Everyone's so even.
I think your guys' side is going to stay competitive. And then on the West, it's going to be those 2 guys pulling away. The 3-1, G-Ram. Believe it or not, Nick is still pulling it out. Maybe Nick falls off. And maybe D-Ram or G-Ram is a for sure number 1. And then we're fighting for the second, third spot.
Yeah, because he's the only one other than you that's over 400 points scored. Nick had back-to-back weeks. 60, it was like 64, 66.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's
his record is very based on
information. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the luck of the draw.
Yeah, because he got Atondo with only scored 58 points on him. That should have been a loss. And then he got last week, his brother did beat him, but it was still lower performing.
Exactly.
He's sitting at 2-2 probably, realistically.
Yep. But yeah, good mix. We have Zach over here, last place on the East. He was a champion last year.
Ooh, that's rough.
So it's like
he's looking like the Rams.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll be the lowest scorer at the end of the year, Atondo. But are you making that playoff run, bro?
Here's the thing.
That's the thing. You just got to
make it.
Right
now, he's beating Anthony in points scored by 0.16 points.
See, but he doesn't care about Ant because he's got to come out of the West.
True.
So he's got to either beat G-Ram, Nick, Travis is above him. So Travis, don't
fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
Yeah, don't fall asleep.
My brother the rest of the season, so.
I know, right? Yeah. So if you become a big ass loser, then he's gonna be really good this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think our division is way harder.
Yeah, I can see that.
Looking at that side, like your side is.
But my side does have more people over 400 points.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
because I would say we have the two best players in the league on our side.
I mean,
G-Ram and Nick.
I
Like
think
they've
Ivan's pretty
proven.
good.
Mm,
I think, but it's like it's wish-washy.
yeah, but that's the thing. Yavin could pull away and take that number one spot, and you guys just fight for the
Mhm.
end.
That's true.
Like ours, I think 2 spots might be taken up, and then we're just fighting for
Yeah.
one.
'Cause
And
I think
it's
let me see
me, Atondo, Travis, all decent teams, decent point wise.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a fight till
It's
the
like
end.
I take the best 3
it's
from
like
each league.
damn. Yeah, you take the best 3.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll touch back in. Of course, we're looking at this every week, but we'll touch back in like 3-4 weeks
Yeah, and see if it kind
and
of
see
stays the
where we're
same.
really at. If anyone's made a gap or if everyone's just staying kind of
Yeah, winning one, losing one.
shoulder and
Yeah,
shoulder. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, even the predicted playoff bracket
Yeah, let's see. Projected playoff bracket as of right
has me
now.
facing
I am
Danny.
not in it.
But Atondo is, so that means you have a chance because Atondo's the only person ahead of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got G-Ram bye week, Yavin bye week. We got Travis versus brothers.
I'm gonna have to do it to him. I mean,
Crap to
Yeah.
me.
I can avenge you if I'm the one that beat your ass. And then Atondo versus Nick. Good matchup.
Yeah.
And then let's go down to the losers. I'm playing Anthony. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Anthony's
And the BFFs play
again.
again.
But this is not staying like this. I have a
Damn.
feeling that this league's gonna get even crazier after week 6.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really mixed up and stuff, and we'll see. I think maybe one or two teams will pull away. But that's it. I don't think there's gonna be like clear playoff winners and clear playoff like not making it. I think it's gonna stay competitive all the way until the last couple.
I agree.
For sure.
real question: what do we think of a Lombardi Trophy for the winner?
I'm down for it.
Because I've already been looking up some files to print. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I'll print it. I'll print it in, like I'll paint it chrome so we get a real one every year.
I'm
That'd
down.
be cool.
We can have a whole little ceremony when you deliver the money and the fucking
and
trophy.
I feel like whoever loses last place should deliver the trophy to the winner.
Yeah.
I think they should do a 1 chip challenge.
That is horrible.
I was thinking that, but I think that might be too extreme. So I was thinking for every loss they have, you eat like a blazing wing.
That would be good.
because
you're not
like,
going. You're not going 0-13.
Exactly. Say you're not shitty, but you went 6-13 or 6-7. Okay, you ate 6 blazing wings.
That's not bad.
But if you shit the bed and you go fucking 2-12 or whatever, you gotta eat. You gotta eat a lot more than that.
That'd be fun to
Every
watch.
loss,
I would
every
like that.
loss.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
I just didn't know if everyone was down.
At the end of the season, when we do like the trophy thing, we could all just meet at Buffalo Wild Wings and just do it there. And the person gets the trophy and
Yeah.
the money, we just eat and then stuff like that. And we all just watch and one person eat all the wings.
Oh, exactly. Yep.
That'd be cool. That sounds like a good idea.
But no, yeah, sounds good. We'll try and set it in stone, but I think it's a for sure yes on the Lombardi. So let us know.
Okay, I'll definitely look into it then.
That's 3D.
Yeah, that'll be good.
_ Prince with a Z.
There we go.
Instagram.
I need to add the logos to the rest of these.
Hey, pick your favorite print real quick and show it on screen.
My favorite print? Well, I don't have my favorite print, but I have these. I just happen to have 2 right next to me.
Let's
2
see.
koozies. Look at that.
Oh, we got like a toxic waste bin and a demon guy.
And
I like the toxic waste.
If you currently watch any anime, this is currently going to be a spear from 7 Deadly Sins.
Man, that thing's huge.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not done
Okay.
yet. I mean, gluing it.
You're gonna have to register that once you're done making it, or what? You gotta get a permit for that thing.
Don't cry, out, kid.
But no, that's gonna wrap up episode 4. Travis, I appreciate it.
Thanks for
Crap,
stopping
yo.
by, bro.
I
Hey, thanks for avenging me, bro.
DRAM, I think I like this guess for the whole
It's
kind
kind
of
of cool. It changes it up.
the whole pod
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I think it mixes it up. So we'll do that. We did it with Ant. We did it with Travis. I think it worked out.
Yeah,
So
I don't know,
I think it's good.
if
It's
you're
nice,
gonna
it's
be a
nice.
guest, let's go ahead and kind of factor that
Yeah.
in. We're going around. Damn, this one went
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
2 hours.
Hey, but hey, it's good topics.
Mhm.
It don't feel like we've been talking
Oh,
for 2
no,
hours.
It flowed, yeah, for sure.
But I mean, hey,
But,
it gives you more time to put in commercials, and we're trying to get big.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
no joke. Everyone go out. We'll post the links, but we are live on Spotify and Apple
Make
Podcasts.
sure you hit that 5
So
star.
we'll be.
And
We're
if
also on
any
YouTube.
Yeah,
businesses-
we need 5
Oh my
stars.
God, what is that? Oh.
Yep. Yeah. You know, you need to eat, right? So
Maybe we can get a.
yeah, 5 stars
Maybe we can get
reviews would be
the
appreciated.
logo printed out, 3D printed.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Something like that for
Merch
sure.
also. Let us know and get some shirts.
I know, I'm gonna have to
Yes,
get some.
merch is being worked on for sure. Some of the sizes had to be ordered. So once we receive them, we'll get them going and get them out to the people. But yeah, that's
I
it.
wonder if I can get you.
Um,
I wonder if I can get you and me like a neon sign that's just the GF2 and the 3 stars. Like that'd be kind of cool. In our backgrounds, like behind you, have it light up behind your chair, and also me like right here.
For sure, but I just don't know where to do neon.
I think they do like custom ones now where it's just
Yeah,
lights.
It's just like a.
RGB lights.
kinda
and
like
it's like a
on
neon
Oh,
diffuser.
okay. Okay.
They just put like the G, the F, and the 2.
See, that's cool because like I've always heard neon's so delicate and shit and all that.
Yeah, now they
guys.
do.
Like,
Well, I guess you shouldn't call them neon lights because now they do like LED strips.
Yeah, they're
That's
just on a
fine,
diffuser,
yeah.
so it makes it look like neon. And they
That'd be
come
kind of cool
clean.
too.
makes it look like it. Yeah, that'd be cool for sure.
Uh,
Damn, look at Atondo. Fat Guy Fry
oh
sponsor the
my god, he made me the
sponsorship on the
big fat guy
pod.
fry?
That guy fries. Fire.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you had to be there, bro. You had to be there.
It was an
Oh,
experience.
I had a lot of experiences working there. I'm just saying. One
Oh my
time,
God.
I might have brought home 100 wings.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Don't quote him.
Hey, I mean, he knew a guy. It wasn't him. He just knew a guy.
Yeah, I just knew a guy. There's stories
He
from
found
someone
him.
else.
Yeah, also crazy.
Allegedly.
I also knew a guy that worked there who took a whole box of pretzels. That was crazy. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
There we go. Yep. Follow your
Yeah,
track.
his boss would be like, "Yeah, you can take home one pizza." Okay, on that pizza, like 20 wings, 5 mozzarella stick.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't know who would do that.
All right.
Good time.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. We're gonna keep this on Wednesdays. It's just working better for our schedule, and they're kind of weird with us putting copyrighted shit.
Oh yeah, on
stuff.
podcast
Yeah.
too. So if we keep it this way, we can still talk about it, but we don't have to worry about the Thursday night games.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we'll flip it. It's gonna be Wednesday or Thursdays. We always want to do it before the games
Yeah.
or with the games.
I'm
but-
really vibing with Wednesday, so
yeah.
it's pretty nice to have a midweek update.
And now, if you guys miss it, we're going everywhere: YouTube, Spotify, Apple. So re-listen,
Share it.
Mm-hmm.
show your support,
Like,
give us 5 stars, like it, subscribe, do all the goods,
Take fantasy advice from us.
and
Ah.
do not do that. We're not liable for any bets that are made or
Oh yeah,
placed
no. Wait, I mean, no
based
bet.
on information.
I'll tell you what. I did my first weekend of FanDuel. Put in $10, got $50 for free. I didn't win a single damn bet. Oh my god, that was terrible.
God, yeah. So don't take any advice from
Or
D-Ram.
take what I
but
say, but do the exact opposite.
might work.
The Anthony
All right,
strategy.
everyone have a good night.
later, bro.
Later, guys.
Peace.
There, guys.
Fuck TJ Hockenson.